Hey everyone, it's Mark again. Today's video is going to be on credit. I want to give some advice since I just had a great jump in it as far as it doing a huge increase. And yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute, and I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know what I did, have some good advice. Any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Be more than happy to give you my thoughts on everything. So my credit history started slightly late. I wouldn't say too late because who thinks about credit in college? But my credit kind of started right after college as far as building it up. I would have to say I was like 22 or 23. The first thing I looked at as far as credit is concerned were like the bad things in my credit, like let's say hospital bills or cable bills or something that I didn't pay because I was in college and I was too broke to pay it. Once I had enough money to actually start taking care of things, I just started being responsible and started taking care of things. You know, instead of those new Jordans I wanted to buy, hey, let me pay off this bill, let me pay off that bill, let me make a payment here and there. And I started seeing my credit increasing, but I still didn't really have credit. I would just had debt in my account, like student loans, which we will talk about. Loans actually isn't a horrible thing on your credit. It's how you take care of them that help boost your credit. So I got my first credit card with Capital One. It was like a little secure card. Credit limit wasn't very high, but I said, hey, I got my first credit card. Let me be responsible and use it and make payments. So I started in like I don't really want to well, I guess I had to since I'm making video, but I'll just put it this way. I started with like my credit limit at like 5 something back in the day. When I started making payments towards my card, it started going up to 600 and higher. I started getting a little greedy, applying for a little bit more credit cards. I'm like, hey, I can get approved for something. Let me do this. Let me do that. Not entirely a bad idea as long as you know how to manage it, which I will say, despite the mistakes I made as a young man building credit, I've never maxed out on any credit card ever. So that is a positive. You do, however, have to manage and make sure you keep that balance at either 30 or under 50% if you don't want your credit to be affected. For example, if you have like a credit card that has like a $3,000 limit, you want to try your best not to go over that $1,500 or that $1,200. You know, just kind of keep yourself balanced unless you have like an emergency that you can't really help. On the minimum payments, if your balance is extremely low, like for example, let's say you have $3,000 credit limit, but your balance is only $100 per se, those minimum payments are okay. Make the payments like you can without hurting yourself. But if you have an extremely high balance, let's say your balance is like $2,000, you might have to throw 100, maybe 150 to kind of balance everything out. Because what the credit card companies are going to do is actually give you more interest. So you have to really watch that and really be careful about that. Making your payments regularly to like your car note. People say your cell phone bill, but cell phone doesn't really show on my credit at all. I've checked, it's not on there. If you want to know how to check your credit, go to there's TransUnion, there's Experian. Some people like to pay per se, but what I use is creditkarma.com. Credit Karma pulls from Experian and TransUnion to give you both of the scores that they have on record with your social security number, and it's pretty accurate. You can use other things, like let's say you have a Capital One card that pulls your FICO score. Bank of America does it, Discover does it, whatever bank you're with. A lot of the banks are starting to actually keep up with your FICO score. Your FICO score is basically what your credit is. The reason why I say it's pretty accurate because some people try to get in a big heated debate saying you have to pay this, you have to do that, you have to hire this person, hire that person. Well, my credit was very accurate with Credit Karma because anytime I was trying to get a car note, or well, not a car note, but trying to apply for a car or an apartment or a loan or whatever the case may be. The score that they gave back to me from the banks or from the bureau were actually what matched from creditkarma.com. So I will definitely say they're really accurate. Student loans and car notes, how we all dread those. For those of us who don't have a pile of money just sitting on a counter somewhere, we have to make loans to pay for some things that we want in our life, like student loans to help better your education, car notes, because not everybody has $30,000 just sitting in their account just to buy a car. You got to do what you got to do. So when you make your payments on time, just as long as you keep doing that, you won't really have any problems as far as it affecting your credit. Again, building your credit up would be making sure you start off with like a small secure card, paying that down whenever you use it, keeping the balances below 30 to 50%, somewhere in that range, or a little under that if you can, and making all your payments on time. Any derogatory marks on your credit, like let's say you break your lease early, or you didn't pay a medical bill for a long amount of time, didn't let's say there's lease, medical bills, cable bills, utility bills, there's a bunch of things, like let's say evictions or car repossession, whatever the case may be. It's really good to get those derogatory marks off, because those can really affect your credit. So that's really all I have for credit. I will say my credit hops between, let's see, 2013 and now is gone up a good 200 points. So if you want any advice, just comment below, or if you know me on Instagram, I'm musical_king13, Twitter, musical_king. You can follow me on either site. DM me, whatever you want to do. I'll be more than happy to give you some advice. So again, this is what this channel is for advice. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.